Thank you all for coming for today's session. We are so glad to be here at Greenspot Hotel. We are waiting to take our breakfast. Then immediately after we start our session for today, we are very expectant and hopeful for today's session. We are going to learn a lot on how to deal with various issues that are pertaining the students, also ourselves, and also working under pressure of the new curriculum.
So keep on coming with the other time. I'm not the owner, but keep on coming and we'll be finding several changes. And I would like you to be so free and so that to be very sober. Because the session we have is just interactive. We have our speaker who's going to take us through.
And just like the principal and Mr. Moridi have said, hatukuwa hapa kusomeshana vitu mingi. We just want to understand that when you guys are taking care of the students that have been there, who takes care of you? Who takes care of you? So we're going to start with this. You're going to go around once again and tell me, you want to pick feelings. Picking feelings, just tell me what's in your mind. Are you getting to maybe to me right now as per here now? Just telling me what is in your mind. Kama umechoka, sema umechoka, right? If you're anxious about going to school tomorrow, just say as it is. Now, usiseme ati sijui, I'm sure you have a very flexible principle, and it does not always happen, and I'm sure when you are here, hakuna barua utapata. So kama umeboeka, sema tu umeboeka. Are you right? Just say what's in your mind. Are you getting me? If you're anxious, if kuna barua labda inakuja mahali to performance, just say what's in your mind. I don't want you to take care of yourself. Tomorrow when you're anafanya job, when you're anafanya hesabu, itakuwa it's business as usual. Right? But after all is said and done, who take care of you? So that is what we'll be looking at today. Because even as you're called heroes, even as all of us are proud because of what each one of you did, I mean what our teachers did, then there's that part. Who takes care of this teacher, right? We already have developed a very intimate relationship with their students. So you are the people who will know they are abusing drugs. That's why I'm napataka tu barua. Wengi wao wamekuja counseling, and you know teachers are very good at that. You go see a counseling 3 sessions na barua. Right? Nini mnajogana unaita uzazi, and they are all for the wanaruka juu. Ulianza kunywa bangi lini? And it started working nyumbani. But what the school did, wamemwambia, by the way, do you know your son has been taking drugs? So this is what you have been, alright? You are caregivers. Because you spend a lot of time with these students, isn't it? When they come home, it is don't do that, they do this. But when you spend a lot of time, and you remember you are the first people who get to know about the daughters. Our daughters are pregnant, alright? You still, and still, when I took my daughter to you, I expect you to teach. But already you are performing my what? Akale, tukipikana nyumbani mimi na baba yake. And they come home, mmoja unaona iko control. You know, you go and you start now befriending and wanting to do what is important. So you're almost the second parent, alright? Acha anaandika kwa mkono. Hizi vitu zote na kazi ya nani? Ya mwalimu. Nini unajua mtoto wao anaweza choma shule? It is you guys who know hiyo tumesema. So, I don't think in any college, any one of you you are prepared for this. Si kazi ilikuwa vile the methodology, the planning, the leading. Did Kabumo College prepare you for this? Did KU prepare you for this? Hakuna mtu alikuprepare, but then as a teacher, what are you supposed to do? So this is what you are dealing with. Now, we want to see what kind of student are you doing. Hii ya mwisho. But by the end of the day, you're the super superhero. You're the what? Superhero, yeah. Though we don't see, you are also unsung heroes. But then, for that student to go out, this is another that this boy has tried to write this. And in every step, there was a teacher. You see them crossing the hands? Mm-hmm. So for this Larry and the Apple, there was somebody. I thank God that today, that there's a student somewhere who will say, kama ingekuwa Aneta, kama ingekuwa Sarah, kama ingekuwa Florence, I would be nothing. So you are still what? And you should be able to clap for yourself. That consumes itself to light the way of for others. You have given and given. Alright? The politician who keep on they're the work of a teacher. Alright? Any profession that you're seeing around, somebody held their hand, they climbed up to where they are, ula kindergarten, primary, secondary, and then that goes on and on. So by the end of the day, there are those students who will say, the teacher is my hero. But then, when all that is said and done, we also want to say this, and now we can say the big question, who are teachers? Who are teachers? They are what? Humans. They are humans too. They are what? Humans. Do teachers go through stress? Yes. I see to say, what do you go through in your working places? That's how you say, without even doing there. Do that. You go through anything that is going through, all of it. So if you go through stress, anxiety, I don't think any teacher is exemption. When they tell you the ministry, nakoha, amechukua watoto wote around Mwihoka wakakuletea shule. Hauna desk, haujui vile watasoma, na hiyo ni order from the above. What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Sasa hivi unaona anaenda around anachukua watoto anawapeleka shule by force. Hakuna vitanda, wewe unalipa school fees. You need to come to this place and eat and treat these teachers. Hizi pesa zinatoka wapi? Are you getting? So what are we saying? That teachers are going through, even as we are thinking they're supposed to take care of us, of the students, mental health. Teachers are going through all kind of stress themselves. Are they committing suicide?
Yes.
Are they?
Yes.
Why do you think they commit suicide, by the way? Did anybody tell them shahara weeks? Alright? See you students who are on the social, your stress zako. Even colleagues, you are dealing with students who are going through every kind of psychological pain, psychological distress. These are the students that you are dealing with. And I'm saying, liars, there's no difference now. All these students currently where we are, there are lots of psychological disturbances. You are dealing with students with increasing mental health issues. Na nani wako supposed to continue? Walimu. Nani wengine? Walimu. You are the guys who are supposed to help. In Kenya, the suicide rate inaenda increase. Squeezy, na iko inasikika. We are having pupils as young as 8 years committing suicide. So you even wonder, how do they get to know? So, and we are looking at, before they come to your class, they come carrying all kind of baggages. They come carrying a lot of what? All kind of what? I have been dealing with students, and I have had a number of students, especially last holiday, because they are lesbian. What else? These behaviors are symptoms of other underlying issues that they are going through. So these are the students you'll be dealing with every other day. So nasema other than kusomesha, mjue hapa hamtaondokea. Alright? Watakuwa wanabeba tumizigo wote kutoka hata the grandfathers. The dysfunctionality in their families. They will bring them and they clear right in front of your eyes. Sasa, utasomesha na ukosa kudili na yeye. It has been left. Nimesema leo kuna masomo mingi. So I'm doing this as I am talking, so that we'll sit down and we'll start analyzing. When it comes to personal, to self, what do you do? So it has been left unchecked, and And that's why we are saying, none of us are going to go to and talk about our feeling. This is a feeling you have every other day. Na siku yote ukisimama ama ukikuja kutuliza nasikia aje. When you talk about feeling disorganized, what is making you feel disorganized? Is it in your mind? Is it physical? Or what is it? When you talk about nasikia tu you are empty, what is happening at that point? How much to know yourself? Because now what will come with mara mingi ndio sasa zingine utapatia is will be the student. Si kujanga. They will come, they have not finished their homework, or they have not done what they're supposed to do, and the next thing you'll be shouting at them, top of the voice. Know that you want, get me very correctly. Know that you want. It is because there is something inside you that has been left unchecked. And hakuna mtu anakusaidia. Ni wewe mwenyewe. How much are you taking care of yourself? Like right now, like we are all saying, we are not interested sana na masomo hapa. You want to know this afternoon, how much can I maybe rejuvenate myself and be prepared na hii system umesukumwa mkasukumwa, and yet you're supposed to do what? To deliver. And how of you want to go and win the way they know best, alright? Because that is so important. Ndio wacha kesho uanze kufanya nini? Uanze nini? 61, and that we can read number, that was 61% of teachers. Can you say that? 61%
of teachers find work always or often stressful. 21% of teachers say they've been threatened, bullied, or harassed.
What we are saying, whether we deny, we say it's a truth or not, already the news, the media, hizi news zote zimejaa of what is happening. We are hearing teachers being bullied by students, okay? Because they're talking about hizi news zote mmenyamazia. Right now it's almost hard to go on to say that. At one time I didn't get well with my colleague. At one time, at one time, I was done what? There was stigma, for example. You may not have something. It is okay. But what I told you about it, are there unfinished business in your life right now? Umezinyamazia tu. Lakini kama pressure cooker, siku moja zinalipuka. Zinafanya nini? Na pressure cooker ndio tutaleta tumeshatumia. Zikilipuka nini fanyika? Ukiwa hapo nini itafanyika? Wewe itakuchoma na wale wako karibu na wewe watafanya nini? Watachomeka. It is unchecked. That is where we are. And so, the reason why we are here, and now going back to our topic, it is now teachers are dealing with more behavioral issues that interfere with the teaching and learning. So, we are looking at now, we're talking about mental well-being. So, internally, we are talking about mental health. And we're talking about students. But now when we come to teachers, it is understanding what mental health is all about. It includes emotional, psychological needs. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, so if your mental health is not well checked, this is what is going to happen. This is what is going to do what? To have this. Let's not lose that. This aspect of self-care is the most straightforward one, and it comes down to making sure that your body is well nourished and happy. The way you navigate. Sasa kile tulivaa, for example, did you like the way you're dressed? Yeah? Did you? Yes, of course. Do you like, what do you eat, for example? Because sharing with Mr. Logan, where we came from, at least today, I eat na kulanga na ubaya sana. I've grown up, but I'm an Eastland girl. Nimelelewa hapa Eastland, Jericho, wapi. So she naelewa vizuri sana, mataon girl. And one of the things that you are denied is sweet, cakes, zote. So me today I have no problem. If you take me out, ninunulie cake, whether I'm going to Why? Because I am trying to fill up what I never got that time. That is my physical. I feel less about it. Because now I can afford to buy for myself. My only mother will not afford that. What are we talking about? Your body, the only one that you have. So give yourself physically for me, for my taking care of myself. I start with my physical. Because this is what all of you see. Alright? Until I told you I feel you come and revamp tonight, what maybe you would have seen is an against man, like in my thinking. Right? Sasa nasema, self-care starts with the physical. So don't dress just for people. Nunua kitu yenye inafanya nini? Inakufurahisha, right? So that when you go, it validates you. That's what? It validates you. Now, mentor. This is the first thing. This is the first thing. So this is where we start again. What you think, do what? Your behavior yako. It starts with the heart, the feeling, and then you act. So this mentor is very, the moment I wanted to notice my goal, they don't have power of directing my life without even noticing. Why am I anxious? Why am I overthinking, for example? Why am I allowing my mind to overtake? You know, what is stress really of fire? You didn't know that your mind has overtaken you. You are here, but already you're thinking about, I'm using Florence when you look at the chapel. You're already thinking about the disorganization that you left at home. Okay? Why, at what point do you separate that with where you are right now? Where your principal has brought you in this great sanity, where you need to enjoy before kesho uende muulize kwa nini klasi yako ikuperform. Alright? Yeah? Because going to do that, right now, hakuna mahali atakuuliza. So, where do your thoughts overtake you, for example? Sasa, do these moments take place during the morning, a day, afternoon? But they were mentally. Ni masaa gani saa zingine unatoka anxious?
I'm normally anxious at night, and it wakes me up. Maybe it would normally wake me up at 12. I'll not know I'm anxious the whole day. I'll know exactly between 11 and 12. I'll wake up, itaniangusha. And then, that's the time I'll start thinking, now you see I've not done this and this and this and this. And it will keep me up, maybe up to around 4, trying to resolve it, trying to keep it away. Then, that's the time maybe I'll get some sleep at around 5. Then I'll probably wake up late. Then it will be worse the next day unless I resolve.
And it has gone on and on for some time.
If I don't resolve, then it will keep waking me up.
Okay. So we're talking about that.
Will I maybe get late along the way, then I find the principal is in front of my class and I'm 10 minutes late. And then he pushes time and everybody now is blaming me. So I'm always anxious.
And we are saying it's all in your thought.
Now that you are used to do misbehaving, I'm soon going to throw you out of this house. Make sure that you go to school and before what time? Before what time? When do you leave school?
5.
No, I'm saying at before sharp. You come home, clean the dishes, and then you cook. You hear?
Yes.
Go to school quickly. Run to school.
Now, in which you are already a candidate, right? Now, you think this is your school. Now, I came all the way from Nairobi. You have just come from just a few meters from school. Or you are, yesterday I saw you with a boy as I was going home. And I'm very sure that is where you spent your night. Two of us, na siku hizi naona nilikuwa tunakuangalia na macho ingine. Where? And I think that is why now you wake up the time you want, you report to school the time you want. True? Now, no, don't say you are sorry. I think you have learned to say sorry every time because you have become a naughty girl. Now, I don't even want to know what happened, why you are late. You are a liar. You never say the truth. Just get hold of that bucket. In fact, not this one. When for a bucket and you come in for a very heavy punishment. Alright.
Let's clap for them. Mr. Valentine's, why are you coming late at this time? Why can you talk about it very well?
I was coming.
Hurry up.
Sorry.
No, go out. Go out fast.
Sorry, I was coming then. I met the old mama.
Agnes, how many times have you given to me?
Only 2.
No, I don't take this one. Okay?
Okay, sorry, ma'am.
Go to school now. Hurry up.
Sorry, I'm sorry, ma'am. Hello, sir.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Agnes, I've noted the time you come to class late, and even you are not dressed well like the other students. What is happening? I'm talking to you.
Sorry, it's my mom, sir.
What is wrong with your mom? Because I thought your mom should be helping you to come on time and to be tidy to attend the lessons.
I do everything in the home. She abuses me. She beats me.
Oh, this is very serious.
She does nothing.
I think now I need to talk to your parents. You have to get a
She'll
little...
kill me.
No. We'll talk. We need to know what you are accusing her, that she's the one who is making you late. She needs to confirm that so that we look at this problem and we get a solution. So I would like you to get a leave pass from the teacher on duty. Go home, come with your parents so that we solve this issue. Have you heard of Faith?
Yes, sir.
Go and get your parents.
I like what Agnes did. And then the conversation was, Agnes, mwalimu aliweza kufanya nini? Now, what I am saying, when it affects your students, what you don't know, sometimes you can go down with them. You can go down with them. And you're trying to navigate into zingine za maisha because you have a family, una watoto, kumbo libeba ile ya shule ukaleta nini? And that is what is likely to happen to Mr. Morelli. Are you seeing where we should separate? Are you seeing clearly? This is what is happening every other day. Remember, if your mentor teachers is not checked, you go down with the students. Because you atarudi arudi kwake, utaenda kuchunga watoto wako. Lakini ungeanza yenye ulitoa nyumbani and now feeling again that you are guilty. Mwana nilimwambia, you know even the guiltiness, and those are the feelings you're talking about emotionally. You know even feeling umepunish mwalimu, mwanafunzi, and you go home feeling very guilty about it. It can affect you. Isn't it? Yes, so these are the things that we are talking about. When you're talking about taking care of ourselves. So for you, the only people you can take care of is the student. You cannot take care of the mother. Mama akiona utaenda kutana na mama marafiki zako, muiongee, mnajua mtoto wangu siku hizi msichana, anaranga tu baba yake, and you know that time also unwindy and venting now. So you are taken care of. The person who is not taken care of ni mwalimu na nani? Sisi kama tumeelewana. The two people who are not taken care of, they are not taking care of themselves. Ni mtoto na mwanafunzi. Ule ataenda kanisani yaombe. Alright? Aende atolea request unspoken. Akutane na wamama awaambie tuombee watoto wangu, watoto wetu. Lakini ni wake ndio nitaende vile anafanya nini? A problem is sorted. Are you getting me? A problem is sorted. Wewe na mwanafunzi wako, if you're not careful, you may not savage your student. Na wewe mwenyewe, you go down with them. Yet you have your family. Haisi? Na alafu mtoto yake anasomea shule yake. Niambie utakaa hapo tu. And you have to believe. You know, at that point you will not be dealing with reality. Utakuwa na dini na nini? Huyu alizuia nifanye nini? Nifanye nini? Labda gani mpaka ama kitu kama hiyo. So much is happening. And what we are saying, if you are not going to be real about our issues, if you are not going to be real about what is happening within us, we are going to have problems. Because the only control you have ni ile yako, si hao wengine. Si hao wengine, it never goes like that. Alright? I'm coming to cope with still. I am saying, hako kamuziko, bad as it is, it doesn't make sense to me. I can't imagine that ni mimi niamka kuangalia mfano nao wamefungwa because kwa mlango sio lazima, lakini huko kusema kweli mshako huko ni Nairobi. Alright? What are we talking about? I'm talking to married people here. So these things are happening. Are you hearing me? Ni kama ile tulikuwa tunaambia about toothpaste. Please mimi niko Nigeria kusukua na mti. Unaanza na mbele, mwingine anaanza na nyuma. And there's nothing wrong about it. By the end of the day, dawa imetoka. But it could really irritate me. It could really do what? Irritate me. So what I will say is that now, even for our mentor, I'm saying the years that we are going, we have to look. How are your parents? How are they for solving conflict, for example? Unfortunately, most of us, our parents used to fight. Baba akilala kutoka zile centers, akiwekewa chakula na gonga mama na sahani. And this is the way the mother would feel. Now, no matter how hard it is the way you feel the man in this house, unfortunately. But is it okay? It's not okay. And then you think you cannot find yourself doing the same. Right? Because this is what you learned. This is what you did what? You learned. And then, if you come from tribes, you see, in our name, where now some of the cultures are so unique there, you will understand that because in this they are culturally what? Conditioned, right? Yes, not working for you and not working even with the students at you. None was supposed to put on that. Are you getting? But what is happening? Asha Shindwa, kujitoa pale, 25 years of our marriage, we have fought about this, and nothing seems to be happening. And because I am becoming to cope with still, I am saying, hako kamuziko, bad as it is, it doesn't make sense to me. I can't imagine that ni mimi niamka kuangalia mfano nao wamefungwa because kwa mlango sio lazima, lakini huko kusema kweli mshako huko ni Nairobi. Alright? What are we talking about? I'm talking to married people here. So these things are happening. Are you hearing me? Ni kama ile tulikuwa tunaambia about toothpaste. Please mimi niko Nigeria kusukua na mti. Unaanza na mbele, mwingine anaanza na nyuma. And there's nothing wrong about it. By the end of the day, dawa imetoka. But it could really irritate me. It could really do what? Irritate me. So what I will say is that now, even for our mentor, I'm saying the years that we are going, we have to look. How are your parents? How are they for solving conflict, for example? Unfortunately, most of us, our parents used to fight. Baba akilala kutoka zile centers, akiwekewa chakula na gonga mama na sahani. And this is the way the mother would feel. Now, no matter how hard it is the way you feel the man in this house, unfortunately. But is it okay? It's not okay. And then you think you cannot find yourself doing the same. Right? Because this is what you learned. This is what you did what? You learned. And then, if you come from tribes, you see, in our name, where now some of the cultures are so unique there, you will understand that because in this they are culturally what? Conditioned, right? Yes, not working for you and not working even with the students at you. At my 11 years old, mpaka wa leo, it is so easy. vile nilishtua sana kama hiyo. But now that we've grown, I have known what that meant for me. But everything was not okay. So, a number of us have unfinished businesses. Wengine wewe labda uko unataka kuwa mwalimu. Probably for one reason fate edit, that is a college ambayo ilikuja ya kwanza. Right? So ukajipata umeenda college. Some of you probably wanted nurses. Now maybe where you are right now, you are still not okay. Probably you see your colleagues in summer now, they are CEO, and then you're asking yourself, sasa kusema tu kweli, mwalimu tu ndio ningefanya. You see, it could be a loss of a father who used to encourage you. Yeah? It could be a loss of a mother who is the only person alikuwa anaenda kuremia. When your dad would be enjoying somewhere in those centers. It could be the mother who, again, for some reason, unfortunately, did what? Passed away. But you have never healed from that. It could be a mother, after struggling na wewe, sasa tuko na mshahara, you've always wished she is there to give your best. Unfortunately, she's not there. Naenda ile nyumba unaanza kusema, oh yeah, I wish mama angekuwa. It could be the very thing that is troubling you right now. These are woods. Wewe mwenyewe want to accept. Hayuko, what do I do? Do I have an auntie that I can surrogate? Na nianze kufanya nini? Labda kumpelekea. So these are things that ni wewe tu unaweza fanya nini? Right, okay. So the health and welfare of your life, your work and the family depend on the healing that time will not heal. Are you hearing me? So even right now as you finish this, you can sit down and see, you can sit down, I think it's in my last minute, whereby you need now to do this analysis for yourself. For who? For yourself. So we are not here to tell you what to do with stress. No, but we are here to say the very things that we are carrying every other day. And those are the baggages, they are the roots that will make us not develop if we are not very, very careful. Not self-care. There also has to be self-awareness. Self-awareness. Na tunasema it is the ability to notice your feeling. Everything is the same thing. Because if you really hapa, tunaongelelea to your student. We are talking about ourselves. And ourselves involves everything else about our life. Ukitoka hapa, hautaenda mhoko shule, utaenda kwako, si ndio? So it affects our whole it cuts across how we relate with our sibling, right? Those of you that are already taking care of their parents. Why are you taking care of yourself but wazazi ukiwa peke yako? Why are you doing that, for example? You could ask yourself, what is this gap you're trying to fill up, all right? Why aren't you getting along with your firstborn? Did you take up his role, for example? Ulianza kuwa the good boy ama the good girl, that's one, maybe when you have kazi kazuri kwenu, and you automatically took the role of your firstborn, all right? So every other day there's a sibling what? Rival, isn't it? So these are things you can start thinking. By the way, why am I the only one? Nikikuja sasa kuna family gathering. Why am I the only one who appears like I don't belong? What caused that? Is it the way you behave? Is it maybe wewe ni mwalimu na wengine are struggling their way one way or the other? Could it be sasa ile mama amepiga simu wewe ndio unakuwa kwanza kuenda, and that has kind of caused some friction with your sibling? Could you be the person ambao ukienda pale hata mkikuwa watoto nyinyi wote watano, the only person your mom mentioned ni nani? Ni Karo. Alright? Ukienda ushago ni Karo. Skari imeletwa na nani? Karo. What does that mean to your sibling, for example? Alright? Could you be mama akiwa mgonjwa, unaitanga wengine wote aside, and now wewe ndio unaongeanga. What does that mean to your family? Alright? So these are things that you can start doing checks and balances to know exactly that anything chochote inafanyika kwa hii nyumba, you don't appear like it is normal, because it can bring you down, it can cut you sometime. Okay? Na nyingine ya kusoma, una assume tu. Okay? Okay? So there are a number of things that we can do, and that's why I say, how do you react the way you react? In your family of origin, ama kwenye umeolewa, in your colleagues, how do you react the way you are? So self-awareness will help you identify your triggers. That's another key thing. I don't know, sometimes you have that sometimes we are so triggered by things, trauma, losses that we never worked on. Right? So, like I'm saying, for those of us who lost their loved ones, now kwa mind yao hajai wazika. Hii time ya COVID. Do you know the problem you're going to have? It's not even the passing away of our loved ones, but the hurry of doing these things to a point of when this will be over by God's grace, utakaa chini and you realize that I never buried my mom, I never buried my husband, I never married that. Because these laws you did not even grieve. Are you getting? Ama wakati huu. And you've not been able to work on them. Na kujiuliza, do you need to ng'ombe? Sasa ng'ombe. And I answer, I usually say, it is not what you are called, it is what you answer to. Are you getting the difference? So if today you call me, let's say, about, na nione, maybe kama hiyo mbuzi, I've accepted that is what I am. But if I didn't answer to it, I am telling myself, God has how many legs in me? God ina nini? Ina sauti kama si ya mtu. So I have not answered to what I was called. So self-awareness will help you not to skillfully fail into others manipulating. So when again you unajijua, you will not be easily manipulated. Alright? A teacher or a colleague cannot every other time, yeye anaenda raha zake, mazia, you stand for me. You cannot do this right twice, na tunalipa mshahara moja. Are you getting me? Yes. So when you are aware, at least I can stand for you once, twice. But it cannot be unazoea, ukikuwa na mazishi ama harusi, you are traveling, but without, because when I'm not self-aware that I'm dealing with my esteem, and I'm looking for this acceptance, when it already comes, this money alone business studies, itakuwa niko nimejipata. There's a problem with that. Are you hearing me? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Self-care, because it's not manipulating. Patia 100 na unanikama kitu kizuri. But whose energy is being used? Whose energy is being used? It's mine, at whose expense? No. So self-awareness again comes with, again, that I am so aware of everything. Kama nikukaa, like if kengele imepigwa, let's say 5, na kuna student amekuja, and I need this assistance, I will not feel like I'm doing anybody favor. I will behave like Joroge, I behave like Joroge, who decided when Agnes came, akampatia a hearing, not that Mr. Ndo has asked me to do so, but I am so aware that I need to help you, Agnes. So I will not feel like I'm being caged, or I'm being what? I'm being forced. I am so aware of my action, because if I can help this girl not go to that boyfriend again, itakuwa nimefanya nini? I will have done what? I will have surveyed the situation. So those are the things that we are talking about, self-awareness. So as we finish and as we are coming, what we are talking about is that we have to do what we have to build what we call coping skill in everything. We have to work on our self-check. Now, wale wana gari ama hata sio gari, kuna kitu inaitwa toolbox. Toolbox unaweza tumia ile jack labda kufanya nini? Every tool has its what? Na kazi yake. Now this is what happened. If I have to call, because tunasema hizi vitu zote tutaondokea. Are you getting? Hakuna wakati tutaondokea stress kwa kazi yetu. Unless unataka kuacha kazi ukae nyumbani kuondokea stress. Hakuna wakati utakosa kuondokea frustration, stigmatization for whatever reason. Hakuna wakati tutaondokea dread from TST. Si kuna wakati mlikuwa mnaambia usikae karibu. Hizi zote hakuna wakati utafanya nini? So asking yourself, supposing today nipate barua from the comfort of my like, oh, mahali natumianga 20 minutes ama 10 minutes. Niambiwe kutoka leo naenda na huko kani. Chendo na huko ndani. What is going to happen that time? Do I have the tool to what? To build my resilience? That do I have it? Now remember, kuna mshahara imekatwa. Kweli ama uongo? The only thing that you'll be denied, it's your comfort. It's your what? It's your comfort. When you're talking about coping skill, it's prepare, could you prepare that if this issue ever happen, I have a tool to do what? To use. Are you getting? Now, I have been accused for, not really accused, I have been, maybe I've been accused, let me say that. I've been maybe accused of something that I did. And so there I am. Like I said, what Njoroge knew and do, they are coping. We're talking about coping skill. And coping skill, tumesema, they are very personalized, right? Maybe I can choose where's in the fidilia. Where's the fanyanini? Where's in the fidilia? I'll be hitting the roof. Nikikuambia na nikijustify. Yet, kama atakuja, nakini atakuja Tuesday. And within 1 hour, tutakuwa tumefanya hizo hesabu na spare. But you see, so he's very active in his work. But then now, his other life is challenging na nini? Because his coping skill, pesa tukipewa mshahara, he has I don't know how many families, haitoshi. Acha nimuite John. John hakuji kazini, hiyo weekend, Monday hakuji. And because it's very important, alikuwa manager alikuwa anatoa gari, anaenda kutafuta dandora. Are you getting? He's so important. But then, the unhealthy coping skill, mwishowe itamuua. Are you getting? I've been working in rehabs. I've been working where? In rehabs. And some of the people who are there, they are doctors, they are engineers, they are pastors. Are you getting? Na akiuliza mahali walianza, ilianza na amerelax. Niyo kawaida hata ya kanisa. So ukikuwa hapa na huku nywa ya kanisa, wakati utakuja usikie una relax, there's a problem. Tunasikizana? Sikuni utakuwa unakunywa na unasikia kama unasikia vizuri, baada uitukue what is intended for. Angalia, inaweza kuwa una kana genetic disposition, kanaweza kuwa kanatoka and kumbe kana kufanya relax. What I'm saying is that ilianza, they say, maybe when I got stressed, when I was going through this divorce, I got some friends, we started taking wine, and I felt like I am able to cope. Kutoka hapo ikakuwa habitual, ikakuwa sasa it is more social. Kutoka hapo it becomes, anafanya nini? It becomes an addiction. So we have them in the rehab. Are you getting? So all of us have coping skill. You now have to choose how healthy it is or how unhealthy it is. Alright? So ndio nimesema hii toolbox ujitengenezee. Alright? Kwa maisha yako, go get a tool that you can use for every situation. If it is healthy, utakuwa unakumbuka. I really don't have kusumbuka na hii kitu. Let me just get a nice sleep. Let me just go out, niangalia wanyama, nimezoea kuona wanafunzi na uniform kila mahali. For a change, niende Masai Mara nikaangalia ndovu na wild beast. Alright? So, you are going to do what? To break this circle. And it's going to help you. It's going to do what? To help you. And that's why I'm saying that you need to create these coping skills. Alright? Sometimes when life gives you what? Lemons. Our coping skill should be make lemonade out of it. So that you don't go down with whoever is bringing you down. Right? Na nimesema ni yako. Vile na dealing na stress zangu, tafadhali usijaribu kudili na njia yangu. Kama mimi huongea, wewe usiongee. Unaweza jipata kwa silaha, umepigwa silaha kwa mtu. Okay? So nisiende kukaa na Mrs. Njao na namwambia, Mrs. Njao mimi kwangu hata yeye ananichua. That is you. Usiende kupotesha mtu mwingine. Probably for her by keeping quiet, her family has been able to grow. Watoto wake wamesoma. Sababu kuna vile alichua, mimi I'm not going to get into any fight with my husband, for example. That's an example. Na nimesema, it is a method of identifying and analyzing internal strength. I could see like, I look at you and I'm thinking, Annette, something probably you have done. And I'm thinking that's a point of your weakness. And could be that's a point of your strength. So I want all of us as you go home, tafadhali chukua karatasi. We are talking about self-care. And we are talking about self-care. Do a SWOT analysis for yourself. Sasa strengths zako huwa gani sio unajua. Even don't go far. What are you happy by the end of the day that you have done? When you look at a student, na amekuja improve grade, can you backtrack and see what you did? Probably at some point, you talk positively. Are you getting? They brought in D, and after next time I'll pack a C, and you talk positively. And oh, end of term, she's even graduated to C. Could be one of your strengths is, at that point, you are able to motivate. So are you that teacher? Instead of feeling bad, when you akikuja na C, you are patting them at the back or even giving them something, and then the next time, who knows, from C, it is the student when you are going to D, sasa yuko B. That could be your strength. Are you getting? What I am saying is that we have, each one of us has to do a SWOT analysis for themselves. What are your weaknesses as a beginning? Today somebody is not okay with how you've dressed, or they don't validate you, inakushukisha mpaka huko chini. Maybe you are easily injured, for example. You SWOT, I wish you have a paper. You go sit down and do. Just do. When you're talking about strength, for example, these are internal, but they usiangalie na waweza kuchukua meza na jembe aje. They are internal factors that positively influence your ability to achieve your objective. Tusome ndio mwache kulala. Strength. When you talk about strength, then you can say from the internal. Remember, you're talking about self-care. Na hakuna njia nyingine unaweza jua how to kill yourself without identifying your strength, your weaknesses, right? Now when you're talking about strength, hebu kaa chini, utingishe kichwa hivi, which area have you worked best? And how did you do it? Alright? Na nimesema about your life, it cuts across. Alright? Umesikia Kariuki? When you are relating, before mtu akwambie nimechoka na wewe, what are some of the strengths? What were your weaknesses at that point, right? So look at some of these strengths. So that even as you're doing about self-check and taking care of yourself, utakuwa na reference me. It could be the very strength that I've posted you in your life. It could be the very right strength that wengine wametumia kumanipulate. Are you getting? So it is strength and internal factors that positively influence your ability to achieve. It is a very strength that has helped you, your class, out of the two streams, performing. Your strength could be that extra hour you give remedial, bila kuambiwa na mwalimu, umejitolea, si sababu they have been asked to do it, but because you know. But at the end of the day, if the performance of the class is okay, I go home happy. Are you getting? Now when you go to weaknesses, ladies read these weaknesses. Ladies peke yake. This is what we help you know where you stand in terms of how much are you taking care of yourself. What are the weaknesses have you identified with me? Alright? One of the weaknesses I have, that I'm not a plan, this one to a plan. Sahi, nikafikiria kwenda Nyeri, nikali tumechukua hapa, nisema nilikuwa huko. That's what I am. Because there's what I am. There's a gap of feeling, but somebody is not happy. And ananiuliza tulienda, watoto tuliachia nani? And of course, it's not okay. I need to be somebody who plan very well, even money. So what I'm saying, these are things I've discovered about myself, and I am benefited. Ni nini utatoa Mwihoko? Before they get you from Mwihoko wakupeleke Kabarak High School. Nini utakuwa umetoa Mwihoko? Not that I'm minding Mwihoko, I'm just giving up. Unanisikia? Me, I believe a teacher in Alliance and a teacher who is in Mwihoko, they are one. The employer is one, same college, same grades, okay? What I am saying is, what opportunity, what relationship have you made while you are here? Because I am saying, Mwihoko hamuta mutikuthora. Sili kweli, once you are out of this school, this will be your support system. Okay? Mr. Morezi, if you don't relate well with karaoke, probably this is a guy you will meet when mtapelekwa kitu nini wawili. So if today wakati mnakuwa mnapigana unamwangalia, you will be surprised. Utasuffer culture shock ukambani, and then maybe karaoke tu tutakuwa nafanya nini. So what opportunities? Now, those are tired. You have an opportunity to do pesa unapata saa hii to improve yourself. Karaoke Annette. Na ndio kwa class hapana. You could be this opportunity that you have. What have you been doing? So we are talking about opportunities remaining, the external factor that have a positive influence on your achieving goals. Now, Mr. Dongo, before they transfer you to wherever, what opportunity have you had? It could be labda unakaa Mwihoko unakaa Pasukari. Not that I know, nasema. It could be this is the only time uko na time. This is the only time before you retire, you have time to do the things that you wanted to do. See the good thing of a principal being here in this forum. You are equal. So, into some of the mindset that you have had, Joroge, about you that now can be changed by maybe some. Okay? What opportunity have you not, what are these opportunities that are there and you're not using them? Because they're not be there. Is anything permanent? Hakuna. You might decide what a teaching career when they work it ingine. But what will you be taking home? Tunasikizana? So opportunities are where you can go with the flow of the environment based on your strength. So whatever that is in the environment, tafadhali, pick it because it will not be there forever. Hata hapa. Sifikiri next kesho utakuwa hapa. Kesho utakuwa unajua nini naenda kukula kwake. Wale wa bachelors najua tafutia wapi kwa baba chako na nini. So tumia hiyo opportunity. Okay? As because you want to interact, it could be it's only here you can settle scores that are there, which is helpful. Alright? Maybe you have kukosana, it's very healthy. There's no problem with that. Okay? What threats are there again? We are doing a SWOT analysis. Self-care is about sitting down and doing a SWOT analysis. External factors that have negative influence and can prevent you from achieving your goals. Let's go back to what we are talking about, our mental well-being. Sasa, kama emotionally you are not okay, alright? If emotionally this is what you feel about yourself, right? It could be a threat of where you've even never progressed. It could be a threat why you envy others. Na si ati wewe haukuwa na opportunity. Not that you did not have the strength. You did not have the strength to do the same thing your colleague is doing. But it could be that now it is the very thing ishakosa imezuia you progress towards your what? Your goal. So identify what are these threats. What are these threats that have made you not go where you always wanted to go? So being aware of potential threats even before they actually come to existence is very helpful, since you can react much more rationally when the threat actually occurs. It is so simple. Threats are those things nafikirianga. I think Nani mentioned them very well. That is it arguments about before kirudi nyumbani, when the anxiety comes, it is kabla nifike shule kutakuaje, right? Kabla nifike shule. Even before you started working on what you have, you're already thinking about what your head teacher thinks about you. You start thinking about what your students are going through. Yet you're not there. This could be threats that will be acting negatively towards you and not helping you. They're imaginary. They're what? They're imaginary. But before you get there, what do you need to do? You need to now know, and if I'm not able to do this while I am in Wipoko, it's likely when they take me to Kawumo boys, I will not be able to do this. If I'm not able to deal with this behavior, when they transfer me, I'll either be transferring the problem that will now again impact negatively in my career. So hizi vitu zote ziko mind yetu. So self-care, it is just transferring what is going through your mind to now bring it kwa karatasi if need be, ama kwa mikono yako, uiangalie critically. You analyze it. Na uangalie kusema kweli, when I'm holding this resentment towards my colleague, atijusabdeteke ilipafunua vizuri kuliko yangu, and so they are getting a promotion, ama nini, ama they are getting, she's the one who's been mentioned for staff. What is this that we're supposed to do? Are you getting? So there are a number of things that we can do. And when we go back, there is no way we are going to deal with the psychological disturbed student without first of all, having this SWOT analysis and be able to give. You cannot give from an empty cup. Are you getting? So there is a lot about mental health. There is a lot about taking care of yourself. I think that's why we are here. Na ndio tukasema tuko hapa tuwapete information ya nini na nini. It's just what we need to this is just what we need to do to our best. Before nikikuja shule, I think the first unlike siku zetu hii ya 1969 hivi kama uko kwa hiyo bracket nilikuwa na chapa mbele ya mwalimu. Kuna mama. Sorry, amuko kwa hizo miaka. Ni wakati wa hizo miaka. You have your families. Mko na vitu mingi want to achieve. Lakini sisi wazazi na watoto wetu will be the very people who will make you commit suicide. Who will make you get into the arts. Who will make you go into mental hospitals. Alright? We are the very people who are going to contribute that. But before it gets there, that's why we are here today. Alright? Just to talk about us and know that there's what we can do. Self-care a must. Self-care a must. Sasa hivi vitu mingi, enda utafute coping skill. Tuano utakuwa unaongea, tuano utakuwa unaandika. Those of you that are good in journaling, stress ikija, kaa mahali, ziongee vitu, it's what you call the writing therapy. And then, and another thing, you are open to go see therapists. The people we get, by the way, wanakaa mpaka unastuka. And sometimes we can talk that they just needed to alter. Alright? They are professors. Akikueleza bali strength na kutumia majina yote ya nini na udaktari. But the thing is, when self-care, it cuts across professors, none, everybody. Where our country is right now, a reason to get stressed. Where our children are right now, this system umeanza. We are so confused about it. Saa hii, unaanza kuangalia fees, barely 1 month. I mean a week. So you can imagine the other day. So you can imagine, if these children are going through this, wewe mwalimu umeachwa wapi? Aren't you human? Did you say that you are human? Yes. So you are going through everything and later checked, there is so much that might come mwishowe. Can you retire like teachers wa zamani? Nani na hao walimu huko shago, those days alipokuwa siku busy, nyumba ya mama ilikuwa ya nani? Ilikuwa ya nani? Kama kulikuwa na kagari kwa vile tukalitoka nani? Those are the teachers. I wish we could go back. Why? Because at the retirement, walikuwa wanaangalia what they have done. Today, I'm a beneficiary of naendana kwa daktari. Sasa zingine I can just be told this live courtesy of my mother who shut up daddy na Bob. Are you seeing? Because the impact that she made, nursery, hizi hapa units moja na wapi, it has gone far and wide. You people might not have that kind of a need, but the thing is, at least, tokeni shule mkijua that I did not go down what is happening. You have a family, you have a life to live, you are important in the society. Some of us need to go out and be CEOs in other places. So if you not, if this self-care left unchanged, na mnajiambia mnaalimu na tunajua kila kitu, remember you're human too. So can you be that woman by taking care of yourself? Are we agreeing that? Yes. Then after that, shuleni inaitwaje? You teachers, the good thing is that you behave sometimes like students. You are very free, right? Hakuna kitu wastusha. Niliangalia doctors wakidemonstrate na walimu wakidemonstrate. Nishaangalia hiyo psychology. And I was telling myself, you people are demonstrating as you are happy also. Ni kama ujilekia. Nini unajilekia? Mlikuwa mnafanya vitu zingine, polisi alikuja anacheka. Because that is a culture, that is where you are. So you have a lot, give what you can, but don't give from an empty. Yes. So I wish you all the best as you do what you're supposed to do as you open school. Kesho, I would pray that God gives you all the wisdom that you need. And if nobody ever repay you for what you have done, remember there's a God in heaven. Okay? Yes, and He will do what He's supposed to do. But tusikae like we are not human. Sawa? Yes. And then talk to therapists. Ikifika mahali and it is hard, can you pay 2,500? Go look for a therapist. Muaone. Aliyatoa chochote iko ndani yako. Kisha toa, sasa mwambie nimefika hapa, sasa atakwambia what next. Sasa you need to transfer. And remember that you have all this solution. You need to wherever sana. The only thing is tunasema we are human. Sasa zingine tuna block. And so when you block, you just need somebody to do what? God bless.